Welcome to Hideaway Homestead. We're going to take a little bit of time today to talk about various miscellaneous chicken facts about things that we do with our chickens here on the homestead and how we get them to work for us, earn their keep. One of the things that Kevin will talk about is how we used our 10 Delaware chickens in our chicken tractor to clear a 4x8 portion of our garden that had gone to high weeds, and they cleared that baby out in 4 hours or so. So that was a really good thing. They earned their keep, and they helped us clean up that section so we could plant it. Other things that we're going to talk about are using diatomaceous earth to keep down mites and other pests from the chickens, and also about molting and what chickens are like when they're molting and what that means. So listen in, maybe you'll get some ideas if you're getting ready to start a flock of chickens or bring them onto your homestead, or just for the curiosity of watching them work for us. We got the working idea from Joel Salatin and Justin Rhodes, who put their chickens to work for them too.
This is our chicken tractor that we built out of chicken wire and PVC pipe. See that we've got this put together. You can see it, these little zip strips or zip ties, and you can put your door pretty much wherever you want to. I put ours right here, and it has a bungee cord that hooks, and then it just opens down onto the ground like that, and then you just put the chickens inside, and then when you're ready, close it up. This just comes across like that and hooks on and keeps them in there. This can be moved from place to place, and what we do is we move it to an area that we want to clear, maybe for a garden or something like that, and that's what we're getting ready to do today. So stay tuned, and I will show you the process of getting them into the chicken tractor to do their work. Alright, we're getting ready to take some of the hens out to the chicken tractor. So I'm going to take her first. She's sitting up here on the perch, and she's easy to get to, so I'm just going to take her and put her in there. She'll squawk a little bit, but she likes it once she gets in there. Alright, let's go. Time to go on a field trip. Okay, so as I showed a minute ago, we just opened this door and let it lay flat on the ground. And then we just take the chickens and put them inside. And close the door up. And just hook it so she can't get out until we come back. And she's already finding weeds. There's two benefits to this process that we like to do. The first one is it clears out all the weeds and stuff that's in here that we want to get rid of, gives them nutrition, and also while they're in there doing this, they poop and it fertilizes the ground. So we're getting a lot of benefit from this process, and we like this. It's worked out quite well for us in the past. So let's continue putting chickens in here. So we've got most of the hens into the chicken tractor, as you can see here. Whenever they get out here, especially in this spot, even when they're free ranging especially, they like to get right here under these banana trees and dig holes and take dirt baths. As you can see now, that's what they're doing. There's a couple of them on the outside of the pen, and the rest of them are inside. They like to dig holes and get that dirt all over them. The rooster and one of the hens are still on the outside of the pen. They didn't seem to want to go inside with the others, so we just left them out. They get to free range anyway, usually, but whenever we're trying to clear a garden spot, we put them in this chicken tractor right here and let them clear that out. Otherwise, they would just be roaming around all over out here. This is free food for them, So it saves us from having to give them chicken feed, because they get to find the bugs and eat the weeds and all that good stuff that they like. So it's got all kinds of benefits. This is the progress that the girls have made inside this chicken tractor. You can see they've got this ground pretty much dug up. I think we put them out here around 10 something this morning, and it's a little before 2 o'clock now. And they've got this all dug up, so pretty much all the weeds are gone out of here. There's 10 of them in here, including the rooster. So it doesn't usually take them very long to get this cleaned out for us. So that's pretty good. And it's already fertilized a little bit. This is what we ended up with inside the chicken tractor where the chickens were. We have already moved them out, put them back in their pen, and this is what they did. So they did quite well digging this up. So we don't have very many weeds in here at all to pull now to finish this off, and then we can plant this. Hi, Kevin here again from Hideaway Homestead. Wanted to just kind of give you some information about the chickens that we have here. The ones that you see behind me here, those are the Delawares. We got those kind of chickens because we wanted to have something that would lay eggs as well as be a good meat bird. We've raised the Cornish cross birds in the past for meat, and those work out well, but we also wanted to try to keep something going if we can. So we chose the Delaware chickens and have done quite well with those. So sometime soon we're going to try to raise some chicks from them so that we can keep this line going. These chickens lay about 1 egg every day to a day and a half. You don't have to have a rooster in order for them to lay eggs, but if you want your eggs fertilized, you will have to have a rooster. Another thing about chickens is that it usually takes about 5 or 6 months before they actually start to lay eggs. When we got these Delawares, we were off a little bit, I think, on our time, and they didn't start laying as soon as I thought they should, but it didn't take much longer before they did finally start to lay. So about 6 months, I think it was, it took for them to start laying. One of the things about the Cornish cross chickens is that they grow so fast that they only live about 7 or 8 weeks, 10 to 12 maximum, and then you have to do something with them. You have to butcher them or something. The main reason for that is because they get so big, because they grow so fast that they can't even stand up a lot of times. We had some that we raised for meat a couple years ago, and one of them got so big we got busy with life, as usually happens to a lot of us, and we just didn't have the time to butcher them when we should have, and so one of them got quite large. It was almost the size of a small turkey. So that's one of the things that's the difference between the Cornish cross and these hens that we have here, the Delawares that we've got now. That's one of the things that's the difference. And because of the fact that we wanted to try to keep this line of chickens going, we couldn't do that with the Cornish cross because they're actually a cross. They're not a purebred chicken. They're crossed with 2 different types of chickens, and so they don't live long enough to actually get to the point to where they can lay eggs and raise more. So we didn't get to do that with them. One of the things that the chickens like to do, and you'll see that in the video, is that they like to take dirt baths. And what that does is it gets the dirt down in next to their skin, and it keeps them from getting bugs and mites and things like that on them. One of the things that you can do if you don't want them doing that, or they don't have opportunity to do that, is you can use diatomaceous earth. We use the diatomaceous earth on our chickens. Once in a while we'll dust them with them. A lot of times whenever I change out their bedding, I will, when I take out the old hay, I will put diatomaceous earth in their nesting boxes and then put the new hay in there, and that keeps the bugs and the stuff that would get on them when they get in the nesting box from getting on them, because the diatomaceous earth will kill those bugs off. I also spread it inside their pen on the ground, and then sometimes I'll spread hay on the ground for them to scratch in and stuff like that. So they like to do that, and that will get rid of the bugs that way as well. So that's a couple of things that we wanted to point out that we'd like to do here and that you might want to look into. Another thing that always puts a little cramp in our style, I guess you could say, is whenever they molt. This is the inside of the little girls, as we call them, their pen. This is the Delawares. We talked a few minutes ago about the fact that whenever they start molting, they don't lay eggs. These little girls are not molting. However, over here on this side, this is the big girl's pen, and they are molting. As you can tell, there's feathers all over the place in here on the ground. I told Carol the other day, it looks like they had a pillow fight out here. And you can see that there's feathers everywhere. And so whenever they molt, they don't lay any eggs. Fortunately, it doesn't last forever, and eventually they will start to put on new feathers. And when they start getting their new feathers and come out of this molt, then they'll start laying again. But we just wanted to show you the difference and show you what it looks like inside the chicken pen when they are molting. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Leave us comments, ask questions, and if you have friends and family that might be interested in doing what we're doing, or they want to get some information, pass our name along to them. Get them to subscribe. We really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to our channel. It would help us out a whole lot on our channel. So if you like what we're doing here, hit the subscribe button. Until next time, thanks for joining us here on Hideaway Homestead.